There's another issue that the new guy can't stop talking about, and he wants to make it really clear that he did not collude with Russia.
Really?
He wants to make it really, really clear. Watch.
The next few weeks, the special counsel Robert Mueller will ask for some sort of an interview with you. Are you open to meeting with him?
Well, again, John, there has been no collusion between the Trump campaign and Russians, Trump and Russians, no collusion. But bottom line, they all say there's no collusion, and there is no collusion. It's been determined that there is no collusion. When they have no collusion, and nobody's found any collusion, I can only say this: there was absolutely no collusion.
He was asked one question. He asked him one question. And it's him. I mean, he's standing in the same place. That was the answer to one question.
Yeah. I think he's gotten to the place where if he believes if he says it enough times, people will believe it. And that has been, I think, the trend. He says it over and over and over again, and then people believe it.
Who is he talking to? No one believes him. Everybody that's watching that says, you know, shut up. You know you're lying.
No, there's a lot of people that are like, yeah, fake news. Speak it. Make America great again. I know those people. There are people that are out there.
The left's favorite conspiracy theory is now dead. It is buried, and there was no collusion, no conspiracy, no obstruction. Nothing. The witch hunt is over, and there will be no further charges, no further indictments after 675 days and 9 months before that with the FBI investigation. In other words, almost 3 years total of an intensive, virulent investigation. Robert Mueller's report has officially been submitted to the Attorney General of the United States. President Trump, no more indictments.
Wolf, one big piece of news that we've just received here is that the special counsel, Robert Mueller, is not recommending any further indictments. Now, obviously, that's a significant development, as there have been many looming questions out there, many open question marks, I should really say, about whether we would see any superseding indictments. But I am told no further recommendations of any indictments whatsoever. So it is not as if when we see the principal conclusions that Bill Barr eventually submits his distillation to Congress that we will see any mention of any recommendations of any indictments. I'm told that that is not happening, so we can put to rest that speculation once and for all.
I will say that none of this matters. He can say that all day long. He can say that 10 times in a row. All that matters is what Mueller ends up finding
That's
out.
all. Yeah, that's all. Yeah. And you can say it till you're blue in the face.
Say it till you're blue in the face.
There's no collusion, 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 no collusion. There's no collusion, 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 no obstruction. Whoa, whoa. A horror show. Whoa, whoa. I don't think so. Whoa, whoa. Mueller's probe, scum on top, and they had to be stopped. Whoa, whoa. A horror show. Whoa, whoa. I don't think so. Whoa, whoa. Mueller's probe. It was for justice now with quotes. Call me the CIA or somebody. Came from me. That could be.
You are listening to the Trump Fan Network. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That's what we say on this show. Welcome to the Trump Fan Podcast, everyone. I'm the host, JP. This has been one hell of a week in the world of politics, and we're going to recap that shit in a crazy, crazy, crazy way. My dick fell off! By now, you should know my co-host and sidekick. What's up, Jimmy? What's up?
JP, what's happening?
Doing all right? Everything good?
It's so terrific. I am on cloud 9 right now.
I'm gonna get there, but let me start out by saying this, that those hypocritical, feces-sniffing miscreants and malcontents in the mainstream media are the biggest, the most partisan, abhorrent, fanatical supporters of the Democrat Party on the entire planet. For 2 years, those bastards have gone on television and radio, let's not forget the newspapers and social media, and have accused the president, our president, our duly elected Donald John Trump of being an asset to the Russian government. Can you believe that shit?
What?
Are you shitting me?
They have smeared that man like nobody before. No one in American history has had to endure what they have accused him of. I mean, they've accused members of his family of treason. I mean, that's a charge that can get you the electric chair. All that hype for 2 years, all that phony baloney accusations has just fallen flat. It's a dud. And as you know, as everyone should know by now, the Mueller investigation is over.
Yeah.
And not one person, including the president, has been charged, indicted with anything. Nothing. Absolutely zilch, zero, not a zilch. In regards to collusion with Putin and the Russian government. It's over. The witch hunt is complete. At this time, we don't know the findings in the Mueller report. We have no clue what it says. We record this on Saturday mornings, but what we do know right now is that the probe is over and no more indictments are on the way. Nothing else is coming. No more surprises. Do these people in the media know what kind of ignorant assholes they look like right now? Do they, Jimmy?
I don't think they have a clue.
I mean, you talk about living in a bubble. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And I know you've been right here with me, and we do this every week, but not everyone follows this stuff like you and I do. Keep in mind, now, Trump has been exonerated by the House Intelligence Committee, the Senate Intelligence Committee. That's 2 investigations, and now he and his family have gone unscathed with a special counsel investigation. I mean, an investigation that should have never started to begin with. And they didn't even have any evidence to begin the damn thing. So the whole entire thing has been a dud, a hoax. And, you know, they were just upset because Hillary lost. They thought it should just have been Hillary Clinton should be president. Let's investigate Trump.
Yeah.
That's us.
And so the corrupt partisan hacks in the upper echelon of the FBI and intelligence community were trying to nail the president because they wanted Hillary Clinton to win. So they concocted this false narrative to smear him. And then after that, they started to look for a crime. Now, we don't do that shit in America. We have crimes and then we investigate the evidence. But in this case, they did the opposite. They started an investigation to find evidence. Do you think any of them will ever apologize for this shit? I'm asking. Do you think any of them ever apologize?
I don't think they're going to. In fact, I think they're going to take it to new heights.
Yeah, shit. You think they're going to apologize? I'd have better luck nailing Carmen Electra and winning the lottery on the same day. Shit,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They're never going to apologize. They're never going to make any retractions. They'll just pivot to the next thing to try to destroy Trump. Now, I don't know why in the hell, I don't even know why he's sticking around. I mean, not many people would. I probably would have bailed out by now. He stood strong and fought back. He even put his son on the cover of a magazine and had something captioned like treason or red-handed or some shit. You know, that was his damn son. They put on a treason or red-handed. But, you know, and now he's exonerated. You think they're going to apologize to the Trump family? Hell no.
Oh, hell no. I'm out of here.
But these people need to pay. If I was Trump, I probably would have bailed out long ago. Would you have stuck around this long?
I got to tell you, I don't know that I could. And I think just about every other person that was in the Republican Party that was running for president on the Republican ticket would have melted by now.
Hell yeah, especially somebody like Rand Paul. He would have caved a long time ago. Shit. Or John Kasich. You think they went after John Kasich like that? He'd have fought back?
Oh, hell no.
Trump stood there and fought like a damn man. He's a fighter. But why subject yourself to this abuse? I mean, to this bullshit, bogus abuse. I would have said, hell with this shit. I'm taking my supermodel wife and I'm going to go somewhere and enjoy my life without all this bullshit harassment, without the false accusations, the smears. Now I hope these morons know how fucking stupid they look now.
Look, some people are sore losers and, you know.
This week, to make it easier for Jimmy and I to get this show uploaded, instead of me playing 6 to 10 different video clips on a variety of topics, I'm going to play just one video on one topic. I've assembled a montage of these miscreants in the mainstream media predicting the demise of the president with their false accusations of Russian collusions. I mean, these people are just a bunch of damn left-wing kooks. Are you ready, Jimmy?
I'm ready. I am so ready.
All right, here we go. These bastards just should be ashamed of themselves. All right, it's going to be one cut, and here we go.
Fake news and the Russian witch hunt. We got a whole big combination. Where is the collusion? You know, they're still looking for collusion. Where is the collusion? Find some collusion. We want to find the collusion.
I wasn't alive during the time of Watergate, but I do read and I do understand.
I'm about to call bullshit on that one. That's the guy you call what you call him, the roll-on deodorant guy.
Ladies roll on. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, this is what he said back in June of 2018. This guy is such a fruit.
And recently, there was a great report in NBC News that explained that Donald Trump and his attorney, Rudy Giuliani, are literally doing the exact same thing that Richard Nixon did against the special prosecutors investigating him right before Nixon resigned.
Tonight, the Mueller era is ending. At 5 p.m. this afternoon, Robert Mueller delivered his report to the Attorney General of the United States, William Barr. It did not find collusion, the collusion it was created to find, and we know that because no one was indicted for it.
Here you have a president who I can tell you and guarantee you is in collusion with the Russians to undermine our democracy.
His two real lawyers.
Somebody had to tell her to say that because she's too stupid to think of that on her own. A very, very low IQ person. Now look at it. Here's another damn kook. He's going to tell you that Trump's guilty. This is how guilty Trump is. He's so guilty.
Left the building with their hair on fire and said, no, I don't want to represent him anymore. Even though he's the president. And that's the job of a lifetime. You know why? Because he is out of control and totally guilty. He's going to get himself in a world of trouble. I'm going to get blamed for it, and I might even get in trouble. I got to go. That's how guilty Donald Trump is.
Early as 1984, Donald Trump's properties were being used to launder money for the Russian mafia.
Is that Russia didn't just attack our election. They did so with the knowledge of and support of the Trump campaign.
Well, I think they're getting closer to knowing that the truth's going to come.
Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? The Rachel Maddow one? Listen to what this dumbass said. All right.
Is that Russia didn't just attack our election. They did so with the knowledge of and support of the Trump campaign.
Well, I think they're getting closer to knowing that.
Well, then how come damn Mueller didn't arrest him for it? Nobody's been charged for that. Nobody in this campaign has been charged for that. What a false statement. What some bullshit.
Bullshit.
Now, I think this guy is from, his name is Cohen also. He's out of Tennessee. What's wrong with you people in Tennessee voting this dumbass in? Good God. There's nobody better in the whole state of Tennessee to represent you guys than this damn moron. He's a left-wing kook. I mean, he's on the St. Rachel Maddow, Farron Cousins level of stupid.
The truth's going to come out that there was activities with the Trump campaign in Russia and releasing those hacks and guiding them to the states and the localities where they came from. Some of that was Jared Kushner's responsibilities. Some of it was Donald Jr. I think you're going to probably see indictments of both of those people.
I believe this was the greatest intelligence operation of our times, and it ended up putting a Russian asset in the White House.
That Donald Trump believes, for some reason, there may be evidence out there that would keep this probe barreling towards his family or towards the president himself.
If he's going to do it, he's going to do it now, any day now.
Remember, they went for like 2 months. They kept saying every day, he's going to fire Mueller. He's going to fire Mueller. Well, Mueller completed an investigation from A to Z. And with that team he assembled of nothing but partisan hacks, Clinton donors and Obama donors. I mean, one of the lawyers investigating the Trump campaign was involved in the Hillary Clinton email scandal. And here they are investigating Trump. And they didn't find anything. You know that team would have found something. That was a dream team of damn Trump haters. And they've got nothing.
So you get nothing.
You lose. President Trump is going to fire Special Prosecutor Robert Mueller. He is going to do it when Congress is out of town over the Christmas holidays.
Do you believe anything about that dossier?
Oh, I think it should be taken a look at. I think they should really read it, understand it, analyze it, and determine what's fact, what may not be fact. We already know that the part about the coverage that they have on him with sex actions is supposed to be true. They've said that that's absolutely true.
Well, happy no...
What a dumbass. What a... I know the sex acts is supposed to be true. I bet you wish. You wish. I can imagine her sitting on the couch with a bowl of ice cream and her wig off watching some damn Trump porn.
We already know that the part about the coverage that they have on him with sex actions is supposed to be true.
And he referred to my hands. If they're small, something else must be small. I guarantee you there's no problem. I guarantee it. All right.
Is it true?
They've said that that's absolutely true.
Well, happy no collusion day, Tucker.
Happy no collusion day. That's a good
days. Yeah, I mean, it's 675 days deep, tens of millions of dollars spent, and a team of people who, at large part, were biased against the president, and they could not produce evidence to even bring charges for indictment against people for the underlying allegation.
Well, that's a question. If you just step back, 100
my next video is going to be the reactions to the Mueller report. This is just all the 2 years worth of accusations. Next, I got to make a montage of these reactions. This Chris Matthews, he took it hard, man.
He did.
He took it hard. I think that video is going viral already. Here we go.
I don't know. Let me try to.
One contacts between the Trump people going into the presidency, 101 contacts with Russians. I've spent my life with pretty much getting around, and I haven't met many Russians, maybe one or two by accident. All these 100 Russians, and I got nothing against people of Russia, but how many contacts can you have without somebody saying, what's up? To a senior DOJ official, there will be no further indictments. That means no charges against the president, his children, or his associates after all those meetings with the Russians.
Trump now sits at the threshold of impeachment. There's outright treason.
Nothing would make old Larry O'Donnell happier than see Trump get impeached. I mean, he has been a Trump hater for years, even before he got into politics. Did you see the video I put up of Lawrence O'Donnell earlier in the week?
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, he's been hating on Trump since like 2011.
Yeah.
I mean, he really, really, really hated Trump. I mean, he's like the top echelon of Trump haters. He's like a general.
I mean, there is no question.
He's a general in the Trump hating army.
Obviously, most of the country thinks that Donald Trump is a dangerous menace. So you're either on that page or you are pro-dangerous menace.
I've always...
What a fucking idiot. What a damn California libtard. I mean, these people are really, really scared of President Trump. I mean, what has he done to give them any kind of notion that he's going to do something wrong? What has he done so dangerous? He's done nothing but try to help people. I mean, the country is doing better than it ever has in the history of the United States. Every metric is better than it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It's the best it's ever done in almost every statistic. Unemployment, consumer confidence, and on and on. And Bill Maher is acting like we in the middle of a world war. They're just on some other level of ignorance. I don't get it.
That I believe if we get the investigations that need to be done, if we drill down, we're going to see the connections. We're going to understand the role that this administration has played during the campaign with Russia. And when
not everyone in the administration was on the campaign. He's so dumb. He's so dumb. So I want everybody to know the role of this administration played during the campaign. Why in the hell? That's nothing but a bunch of word salad. Bunch of damn ignorant ass word salad from a very, very low IQ person.
Do you believe that the Trump campaign colluded with the Russians in the 2016 campaign?
Yes.
Do you believe the president himself colluded with the Russians?
Yes, he colluded, and I don't think that's a hard answer to the question at all.
Certainly say him and Schiff are on the same level. Swalwell's got some serious TDS, man.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Schiff have got it bad. They are ate up with TDS. They have a severe case of Trump derangement syndrome. I mean, they just infected. They infested with that shit.
With confidence that there is significant evidence of collusion between the campaign and Russia.
It's beyond the shadow of a doubt to me that if there was not collusion, there was at least the effort to collude with a foreign power.
We saw. How come the damn special counsel didn't find any? Yeah. But old Beto, he knows. Beto is it's beyond. What did he say? Beyond a question. It's beyond question. What the hell is he talking about?
It's beyond the shadow of a doubt to me that if there was not collusion, there was at least the effort to collude with a foreign power.
We saw. Well, the damn special counsel, Mr. Bob Mueller, former damn FBI director, he couldn't find any. He assembled a damn team of Trump haters, and they couldn't find any either.
Yeah.
You damn full-blown libtard.
Cold, hard evidence of the Trump campaign, indeed the Trump family, eagerly intending to collude possibly with Russia, a hostile.
How do you collude possibly? He has to throw in little disclaimers, caveats. Just throw in little caveats so she don't get her ass sued.
We saw cold, hard evidence of the Trump campaign, indeed the Trump family, eagerly intending to collude possibly with Russia, a hostile foreign power, to influence American elections. It's becoming clear we have suffered a desecration of our democracy not seen since Watergate.
You have to say it.
These people are stupid. Holy shit. She said, we've seen what she said, hardcore evidence, possibly. We've seen hardcore evidence, possibly. Either we did or we didn't, you dumbass.
If it turns out that there is no indictment that alleges any conspiracy between anyone in the Trump campaign and the Russians, that vindicates the president to some degree.
And by the way, you in the media, I promise you, you will be eating your fake news, conspiracy theories and reports and hysteria for decades to come.
I think he's afraid of the president.
I had to throw that in there. You hear what he said? You're going to be eating them words for decades to come. And you damn right. Yeah. As long as I'm still on this planet, I'm going to embarrass them. Them lying miscreants, them maggots. Those, I can't even think of strong enough adjective to describe them. These liars, these damn fake news purveying pieces of shit. Do nothing but try to smear a good man with bullshit. Mm-hmm. Him and his family. Donald Trump didn't need this headaches. He didn't need this. Mm-hmm. He didn't need this job. Like I said earlier, he could be laid up somewhere on an island sipping on, I know he don't drink, but, you know, having alcoholic pina coladas, having sex with his supermodel wife on his airplane or some shit. He didn't need this stress, his headache. He decided to try to help make America great again, and they're going to make him pay for that shit. Mm-hmm. Well, it didn't work out that way. And this guy, he's like the author of this whole damn thing. I think Brennan and Comey and Clapper all got together and they concocted this whole damn thing. This whole thing started. These are some evil ass people. This is the head of the deep state right here, John Brennan.
Russia. Why? Well, I think one can speculate as to why. That the Russians may have something on him personally that they could always roll out and make his life more difficult.
So I do not know this from Michael, but I would be shocked if at the end of the day we are not looking at both obstruction of justice and collusion from 40 different angles.
Wrong answer. Wrong answer, Donnie Douche. Trump calls these people sick, just like I do. He sounds just like you and I talking. He says, these people are sick.
Everybody's having a good time. I'm laughing. We're all having fun. And then that fake CNN and others say, he asked Russia to go get the emails. I mean, I saw it like 2 weeks ago. I'm watching, and they're talking about one of the points. He asked Russia for the emails. These people are sick, and I'm telling you. They do it again.
I think he listens to our podcast. That's what I say. He has to listen. Thanks for your support, President Trump.
None of his associates have been indicted. At best, it was a RICO situation where he was giving orders to people to do stuff with the Russians. If none of them were indicted, how can he be blamed? I'm just questioning. That's my big one.
But when you have someone who you're investigating who is at every turn trying to obstruct justice, and you're investigating him for obstructing justice, it raises a lot of red flags.
Guess what he was exonerated for? Obstruction of justice. He's been exonerated of obstruction of justice.
Oh, man.
Damn, California libtard.
It's looking more and more, Wolf, that Donald Trump was a part of a criminal campaign, a criminal transition, and now presides over a criminal presidency.
They better be glad we live in a country with the First Amendment, because you couldn't get away with saying shit like that in many other countries on this planet. I mean, how do you say that about another man and offer zero proof? Trump's been exonerated by 2 different levels of the government. The Senate and the House has already said there's no collusion. The Senate and the House now, and now a special counsel hasn't indicted anybody. So anybody who still votes for a liar like Swalwell and Schiff and this lizard man on the screen right now, I mean, you need to be kicked in your ass. You are just a completely low IQ, low info, stupid pieces of shit. That's what you are. These people are maggots.
Indictments in this president's future. They're coming.
After all of this, years of it, not a single American citizen has been charged with anything related to Russian collusion, not one person.
Can you agree that there has been no evidence of collusion, coordination, or conspiracy that has been presented thus far between the Trump campaign and Russia?
No, I don't agree with that at all. I think there's plenty of evidence of collusion or conspiracy in plain sight.
Have you found evidence of collusion?
No, sir. But we're not through yet. And some of my colleagues have already made up their minds, namely Adam Schiff. He found collusion before we even started. So I'm not sure how you do that, but he did it.
The people on TV.
Yeah.
The people on TV have been lying to you. They'll deny it now. They'll tell you this was always about Trump's taxes or some foreign real estate deal or hush money he paid to a girlfriend. That's a crock. This investigation was always, from day one, about collusion with Russia, about betraying this country. They told us that for years. I can almost taste their tears from here. Years and years of breathless hysteria, lies presented as facts and truth. What is like Maddow and all the other MSNBC conspiracy theorists? What are they going to cover now? What is fake news CNN? Where do they find their content now? What will old Chucky Todd at night be dreaming of? Now, I'm sure, per usual, they'll just find other fake anti-Trump conspiracies to push, all while never apologizing for outright lies, breathless, hysterical coverage day after day, night after night.
We're now beyond obstruction of justice in terms of what's being investigated. This is moving into perjury, false statements, and even into potentially treason.
He said we're looking at possible treason. Yeah. And then here's the funny part of it. This is why I added this thing. He admits that damn CNN took him out of context. In other words, he just said to this guy, who's probably more than likely a liberal, that CNN is fake news.
Justice in terms of what's being investigated. This is moving into perjury, false statements, and even into potentially treason.
Earlier this week, you made a few headlines. When it came, you used the T word. You said the Russian collusion story is now a treason investigation.
When they ran a clip, they cut off the first part of my sentence, which, as I said, nothing has been proven yet. They cut that off.
CNN is fake news. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's my latest masterpiece. It took a long time to gather all that shit and edit it down and merge them together, but hope everyone enjoyed it. That's it. Before I turn it over for the news, I want to touch on another story, another big story that happened this week. These miscreants in the media keep asking the president, why does he keep attacking John McCain? And then when he answers with his honest opinion, they all report, the president attacks a war hero. The president's attacking a war hero, over and over and over again. You know, if you don't want to hear his answer, don't ask him the question. It's just that simple. But let me say something about this. Fuck John McCain. You hear me? That's right, I said it. Fuck John McCain and his fat ass daughter. He was a liar. He was nothing but a liar, a flip-flopper, indecisive, dishonest piece of shit. He made a career on campaigning on one thing. Then once he was elected, he did the exact opposite. He'd get out there and raise money and say he's going to do this. But once he got in office, he did the exact opposite for damn 3 decades nearly. The man was a liar. He campaigned on repealing Obamacare. Nothing ever happened. Still there. I mean, Obamacare got come out in like 2010. It's been out for 9 years and he ain't done shit. Nobody's done nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
He campaigned on border security and then he turned around and wanted to give him amnesty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was original wall, you know, a lot of that wall we see, a lot of that talking about in the media. Yeah. That's in Arizona.
Yep.
And he would campaign, we need to up the border patrol. And then he wants to turn around and give him amnesty. He's part of that gang of 8. He ran on the Senate as a Republican because up until recently, Arizona was a ruby red state. But thanks to do-nothing politicians always talking a good game, the state is now a toss-up state, and it's quickly turning blue. And it's not just him. The entire country has changed in the last 30 years. They all say the same shit. They're going to do this, they're going to do that. They never damn do it. Yeah. You know, in the meanwhile, everybody, the rest of the country is just stagnant because of these lying ass, do nothing politicians. And now we got an unknown amount of illegal aliens running around the country everywhere. You can't go to the grocery store without see a Mexican family. It looks like the evolution chart. You got them anywhere from from an infant to 14 years old. I mean, what in the hell? These people don't know about damn birth control. Along comes Trump and he tries to keep his promises. And he tries to put a stop to this madness. And then all of a sudden they stick a damn microscope up his ass with a special counsel investigation. But like I said, the man has stood tall and he's prevailed, luckily for us. And I want to say thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, President Trump.
Yeah.
And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, get ready. Prepare yourself. It's that time for Jimmy's News.
Jimmy's News. Jimmy's News. Let's begin with the Democrat presidential candidate who ran an unauthorized email server, acid washed that server, 33,000 missing emails, and an FBI director and attorney general who announced to the world that they would not prosecute that very candidate.
That's us.
And then on the other side, we have a Republican presidential candidate who beat 16 other candidates, held several rallies per day, won 306 electoral votes,
Look at those hands.
had the most viewed inauguration in history, and later discovered the outgoing administration spied on him. From there, courtesy of mass Trump derangement syndrome, the country was given one damn dirty dossier paid for by the DNC and the Hillary campaign, 675 days of a special counsel costing $40 million, made up of 13 angry Democrats, and let's not forget one deputy attorney general rat who wanted to wear a wire, and zero evidence of collusion.
Right. Bingo. Ding, 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 ding.
With all the happenings that took place this past week, I mean, the huge story was obviously this breaking news that dropped on Friday at 5 p.m., and Chris Matthews, he was pissed off about that.
Chris Matthews. Wah!
Yeah.
All those connections to Russia, all those meetings with Russia. It's not illegal to talk to somebody from Russia, you know. Just because somebody's Russian doesn't mean it's illegal. You know, you could talk to somebody from Russia. Yeah. You could talk to somebody in Russia. You can go to Russia. They want to portray like this Russia is just the damn end all be all. It's like something you're not supposed to do. Yeah, Putin is a bad guy, but you can still go to Russia.
Yeah, he is.
You can still talk to Russians. You can drink white Russians. You can have Russian dressing. Fucking morons. I even got a Russian hat.
Well, Bernie was in Russia. Remember when we...
with no clothes on. What kind of shit is that? He's sitting around a table with a bunch of Russians naked, singing God Bless America or some shit. Okay. If that was Trump, then I don't give a damn. It was 50 years ago. If Trump was sitting at a table with no clothes on and singing karaoke or some shit with a bunch of damn naked Russians, man, we would see that every single day.
Yeah.
That would be Yahoo News' home screen. It would be CNN's lead intro. We'd be like, home of CNN and look at this shit what Trump did 50 years ago with a bunch of naked Russians.
Yeah. And that proves it. That proves that he's tied with the Russians.
This is collusion. He's sitting around singing karaoke. Karaoke collusion.
Yeah. But you know, watching the coverage by CNN and MSNBC, because I was flipping back and forth, and their glum faces, it was almost like watching election night 2016 all over again. And she's on the verge of tears.
I know. Can you imagine? Hey, Rachel, the Mueller report come out, and there's not going to be any more indictments. I can hear now. What? What? Hit the button. What?
Yeah.
What? You poor idiot. You dumbass. You Ralph Macchio, Karate Kid 2 looking dumbass. What?
Yeah. Chris Matthews, man, he lost his mind. I mean, he needed to wear a bib. He had so much spit coming out of his mouth.
Oh, I know he was blood red shit, and even Handy said, he says, no tingles up my legs this week. He says, not going to be any tingles up my legs tonight. You know, that's what he thought about Obama. When I hear Obama speak, I get this tingle going leg or up my leg or some shit. He liked Obama like we like Trump.
I felt this thrill going up my leg.
He was a sycophant. He was an Obama sycophant.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, you know, there was another article that I bumped into from the USA Today. Earlier this week, they had this story headlined, "Half of Americans say Trump is the victim of a witch hunt as trust in Mueller erodes." It reads, a new USA Today Suffolk University poll finds that trust in Mueller has eroded, and half of Americans agree with President Donald Trump's contention that he has been the victim of a witch hunt. And it goes on to say, support for the House of Representatives to seriously consider impeaching the president has dropped since last October by 10 percentage points.
I don't know why I torture myself doing this crap, but I was watching Young Turk. I do it mostly for comedy. You know, some people like to watch Seinfeld reruns to laugh, or you know, episodes of Cheers or whatever. The Young Turks are hilarious to me. These people are stupid. Anyhow, so they did that same topic on the 50% of the Mueller. Jenks' theory on that is because of the way they asked the question. Now, didn't you just read the question?
Yeah.
He said that the pollster, it's the way the pollster read the question is why it was so high. They got an excuse for everything.
Yes, they do. Well, let's see if they have an excuse for this. Here's another story. The Trump economy. Earlier this week, of all places, a CNN poll was released for showing an overwhelming majority of Americans believe the economy is doing well under President Donald Trump's presidency. And in that poll, 71% of Americans now believe that the economy is in good shape.
What? When he said, I'll be the greatest jobs president God ever created, he meant that shit. Now, here's a man who's created tens of thousands of jobs in his life. He's created tens of thousands of jobs. How many jobs has Beto O'Rourke created?
Yeah.
How many jobs has Kamala Harris created?
You get nothing.
How many jobs has pick another one of them idiots? Walking, what's his name? Walking Andy Howard. I think he was a pitcher for the Astros. I don't know. Pick any one of them fruits on the left. None of them's created no damn jobs. None of them, except maybe the CEO from Starbucks.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Biden ain't got no damn, he ain't no job creator. He never created a business or invented anything. But President Trump has, and that's why the economy right now is on fire. It takes a businessman, a job creator to get shit done, and that's what we got. And that's why America is thriving right now.
Yeah. Donald Trump said in an exclusive interview with Breitbart News last week, he said, look at the jobs. Best jobs record in 60 years. best individual records for Asians, for African Americans, for Hispanics ever. So,
remember Charlemagne said last week? Remember Charlemagne said, "Oh, those are because of policies Barack Obama enacted. That's why everything's so low." Holy.
I'm Charlemagne.
Nope.
Things got better under Obama because it couldn't have gotten any worse. It had no chance but to go back up. Beginning of the Iraq War, the economy went south. So when they elected Obama, the recession ended, and it was cyclical. It went back the other direction. Trump has taken from the swing that we went and poured gasoline on it. In the direction that we was already headed to the better, he poured gasoline on it by eliminating regulations and things like that. So now it's just boom. We're thriving. And then we got these damn people come over here to exploit it. Illegal aliens, 100,000. I wanted to touch on that. They caught 400 illegal aliens in 5 minutes.
Wow.
What? Yeah, and they're anticipating to catch 100,000 in the month of March, and it's going to get even worse than that when the weather gets hotter. Yeah. The hotter the summer months, the more people, because they're used to that hot shit, down there in Guatemala and shit. They're used to hot weather. But anyhow, so they're here to take advantage of this thriving economy, and that's because of President Trump.
True.
And we don't mind them coming in, but got to come in the legal way.
Yeah.
We need them to fill the jobs, but come in legally. That's all we want. No illegals. We have a right to know who's in our country.
Yeah. I mean, we should have learned that lesson from 9/11.
But they didn't come through the border, though. Those were visa overstays, which was another problem with that these politicians have been promising to fix for the last 3 decades, and nobody has done shit. That infuriates me. You can go watch an old campaign video of what's Lizard Man's name? The guy from Connecticut that told him
Stolen
embarrassment. Lizard dude, what's his name?
Blumenthal.
Yeah, that's it, Blumenthal. Watch his damn campaign videos on YouTube. They're on YouTube. He's going to he promises to fix the illegal immigration problem. That was 3 decades ago.
Yeah.
You can see the ones from the early 2000s of Schumer. They're going around everywhere. And nobody's done shit. In 25, 30 years, nobody's done a damn thing. And now you got Trump who's trying to do something, and they obstructing him.
Yeah.
For shit that they campaigned to do.
Yeah.
All right, guys. All right. I get worked up over that crap. What else is in the news?
Well, you might have heard that California GOP Representative Devin Nunes has filed a major lawsuit against Twitter in Virginia State Court earlier this week on Monday. He's seeking $250 million in compensatory damages and $350,000 in punitive damages against Twitter and a handful of its users. In short, the social media site is being accused of shadow banning conservatives to secretly hide their posts, systematically censoring opposing viewpoints, and totally ignoring lawful complaints of repeated abusive behavior.
Yeah, he's going to get it too. Jim Acosta said that he had the nerve to go on national television now on the CNN airwaves and say conservatives aren't being banned on social media.
Oh, man.
He said they have just as much of a format, if not more, than the left does. What in the hell is he smoking?
Wrong.
That's bullshit.
Bullshit.
That's bullshit.
That is.
Bullshit.
You're a liar.
That's bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit.
Bullshit.
The last segment is going to be on election 2020. So Kristen Gillibrand, she had formed an exploratory committee back in January earlier this year. And last weekend, she made her intentions official by announcing that she is now going to be one of 14 Democrats running for president in 2020.
Ooh, you suck.
Very, very weak on immigration. That's all I got to say about that stupid ass libtard. Did you ever she say, no human being is an illegal? No human being is an illegal? Bullshit.
There is no such thing as an illegal human.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
There is no such thing as an illegal human.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. She's fruit. And she's speaking of flip floppers. She's like McCain. Just a few years ago, or maybe on her another term, because they flip flop from term to term or whatever gets them the most votes. She was like rated like an 8 with the NRA, and now she's a 0 because she's done changed her position because that's the Democrats have changed their format. They got to be anti-gun and pro-immigration and all. She is a completely different person than she was. She's done a 180 on just about every subject.
Well, if there's nothing else on Kristen Gillibrand, I'll move on to our next runner-up.
Yeah, go ahead. I got something for all of that.
Okay. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you remember on a previous podcast, we did a story about Crazy Bernie and how he had hired an illegal to be his national press secretary.
Yeah, what happened with that?
Well, the Coolidge-Reagan Foundation has filed a complaint with the Federal Election Commission and notes that 3 members of Sanders' campaign are foreign nationals, which appears to be a violation of federal election laws that prohibit foreign interference.
That's that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Put a special counsel in his ass. If that ain't foreign interference, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know who those people are. They don't have a social security number, probably. I'm guessing. I don't know anything about them. But I mean, you can't have illegals working in your campaign, just like you can't have foreign countries donate to your campaign. So those people might be working in the best interest of their country and not their own, not their country of origin. So I was hoping you would say they got deported, but that's just wishful thinking on my behalf. If Trump wins, if Bernie wins the nomination and they have to debate Trump should show up with Border Patrol and ICE. Lock his staff up. Can't do shit about it. They're illegal.
Yeah.
I mean, we're living in 2019 and the word illegal has a different meaning.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Okay, so check this out. This is really gross, but earlier this week, there were a few stories that came out describing how Beto O'Rourke put one of his infant's turds in a bowl and told his wife it was avocado.
What? What? I mean, that's a level of love I've never experienced.
Well, I was talking to my wife about this, and she looked at me like, what? That's something that you do to somebody you don't like.
Man, boy, don't you ever try that with me.
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy be sleeping on the couch.
Mm-hmm.
But anyhow, I told you that guy was a damn fruit. Listen, we read his poetry and all last week, and the guy has a very checkered past. He's a weirdo, man. I know we always talk about him saying he wants to take down existing walls, but it gets worse. And I didn't think it could. He even said during an interview, and I believe it was with one of them CBS leftards, he said that there's not even an existing problem on the southern border.
What?
When it comes to immigration, it's important for you to know that we have the lowest levels of illegal immigration in this country in modern history. In fact, in the last 4 years, more people from Mexico have gone south back into that country than have come north into the United States.
Really, the numbers are all up across the board, according to U.S. Customs and Border Protection. When you really look at them, perhaps the largest spike that we have seen is in the number of children, what are called unaccompanied minors and family units. In fact, the numbers are up 300%.
In the last year, the average Border Patrol agent in the El Paso sector, one of the largest sectors along the 2,000-mile U.S.-Mexico border, made just 5 apprehensions. And not 5 apprehensions for their shift or for the week or for the month, but 5 apprehensions for the entire year.
Apprehensions for that group in fiscal year from fiscal year 2018. The feds say that kids and families now make up, by the way, 60%, more than half of all people taken into custody along the southern border. The stats also showing an uptick in the number of large groups attempting to cross.
We don't have the problems that people would have you believe. But when you talk about a border that is insecure, when you talk about people flooding our connection with Mexico, it becomes a believable excuse for not moving forward with things like immigration reform.
Look at this. Border Patrol defines a large group as 100 people or more. Well, 70 groups were caught compared to 13 last year and then just 2 the year before, while agents in the Rio Grande Valley of South Texas are considered to still be in the epicenter, with the largest numbers of the apprehensions of both people and drugs flowing into the United States illegally down in the southern part of Texas along the river there.
No existing problem. What? Does he understand who Kristen Nielsen is? She said there was, and she works for him.
Right.
She works for Homeland Security. God, not a problem. Shit.
Shit.
So well, to be fair, neither Beto nor Amy O'Rourke would confirm the baby poop story. However, according to the Washington Post, neither denied the story. So,
would you admit it?
Yeah.
I mean, wonder where they got that from.
Well,
I mean, media be coming up with shit. At least they're not smearing Trump. I'm surprised they didn't say that about Trump. They said Trump was peeing on Russian hookers, and now Beto was giving his wife turds. I mean, where do these people come up with this sick shit?
Yeah. Yeah, that's R. Kelly shit.
Ain't heard nothing about him recently either.
No, we haven't. There was a story about John Hickenlooper. He's another one of the 14. And he was at a CNN town hall this week where he was asked by Dana Bash to describe the time he took his mom to see the movie Deep Throat back when he was 18. Apparently,
The porn. Explain what Deep Throat is.
Yeah.
We know what it is, but not everyone listening may. Deep Throat was a famous porno. One of the most popular. I don't say it was the first porn movie, but it's one of the most popular porn movies back in the beginning.
Yeah.
Talking hardcore porn.
Yeah, kind of like Debbie Does Dallas.
Yeah, and just consider the name Deep Throat. I believe it's John Holmes. Was the star. I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyhow.
Yeah.
So the guy took his mom?
Yeah. Well, he wrote a book. It's a memoir. It was titled The Opposite of Woe, My Life in Beer and Politics. And apparently he chronicles this event. And he describes when his father passed away. He was the youngest of 4 kids. So he moves out and his mother's all alone at home. So she's kind of this empty nester. And then he ends up coming back. And he's 18 years old at the time. And he's like, let's go watch a movie. He was going to go watch a movie, I guess, with a buddy.
What year was this?
So that was when he was 18. I want to say that was in the year maybe 72, I think.
Oh.
Something
I was
like
thinking
that.
of a movie in that era. I mean, he could have went to instead.
Yeah.
Like Apocalypse Now or something. I don't know. But damn, take your mom porno? Did they stay for the whole thing?
They did. And
I mean, I don't want to tell you how it ended.
I think his mom made the comments to the effect that, well, describing the movie, she thought that the lighting in the movie was good or something like that. I don't know. It just
they went to a porno and was and left admiring the cinematography. That's liberals, boy.
I'm telling you, these 2020 Democrats are just weird.
Yeah. The left is they got that pathogen. Their brain is infected with a damn like the Walking Dead disease. And as soon as you die, you turn into a zombie. That's what they are. They're already zombies.
Yeah.
They just haven't. Their flesh hasn't rotted yet.
Yeah. It's turned gray, but it's still intact. It still has a little bit of elasticity. Is that the word? Well,
so you go to a porno with your mom. I wonder if he bought her popcorn or did they sit together or what?
I don't know. I'd have to buy the book.
That's a weird ass story, man. I mean, me and my mom talk about some damn personal things, but we don't watch porn together.
Yeah. That's kind of a personal thing, I think.
Speaking of moms, I think next week I'm going to try to have my mom on. I think that'd be a funny segment. We're going to bring my mom on and ask her some questions about Trump. She loves Donald Trump like we do. So let's bring her on for a few minutes and entertain.
Oh, if she's up for it, yeah, I would love that. That'd be great.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it worked out for next week.
Okay. Sweet.
Hi, Mom, if you're listening.
Hi, Mom. There's a few more people that we're going to talk about. New York Mayor Bill de Blasio. He's another possible name that could be joining that growing list of Democrats. He was in New Hampshire last weekend, and he was able to draw a crowd of 20 people. And yeah, fortunately for him, there were also 6 reporters to help make the room look less empty.
Well, he has some big support on him.
Yeah.
He's the guy that gives them no meat Mondays, thinking that's going to help the climate. We're doing our part to save the world. He's not serving hamburgers on Mondays anymore. What a moron. You make some kids go veg. I'll be bringing me a bologna and cheese sandwich on Mondays. About they have like 1,800 schools in the 5 boroughs of New York City, and none of them can serve meat on Monday. I wonder if you bring your own sandwich from home, how would that work out? Do they like suspend you or something?
You know, I'd bring a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
It reminds
I'd be selling them myself. I'd be selling them out the bathroom. Cheeseburger, $5.
Yeah.
Make me some cash.
Yeah.
You don't want to go eat a bunch of damn celery, do you? You want the celery and carrots, or you want this damn Happy Meal?
It gives new meaning to Happy Meal.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Also this week, Michael Bloomberg. He was at a Bermuda Executive Forum in New York where he poked a little fun at the 2020 Democrat apology tour.
But it's just not going to happen on a national level for somebody like me starting where I am, unless I was willing to change all my views and go on what CNN called an apology tour. Joe Biden went out and apologized for being male, over 50, white. He apologized for the one piece of legislation, which is actually a pretty good anti-crime bill, which if the liberals ever read it, most of the things they like would be in that bill. They should have loved that, but they never even bothered to read it. You're anti-crime, you must be anti-populist. And so everybody else, Beto, or whatever his name is, he's apologized for being born. I mean, yeah. I don't mean to be unkind, and a lot of people love him and say he's a smart guy, and someday if he wins, I'd certainly support him.
Oh, hell no. At least they see it. He sees it.
Yeah.
It ain't just us. We notice it, and so it's they usually, if they notice it, they don't say anything. They keep it to themselves. They definitely wouldn't call him out in public, but I wouldn't support no Beto. He is a damn cuck. I bet he's one of those guys that likes to watch somebody bang his own wife. He seems like that kind of weirdo to me.
Beta.
What they call black curious. I'm black curious. I want to watch some black guy bang my wife. He just looks like that kind of a nut. Don't he? That's my opinion of him. That's what I think he's into. Yeah. You got one guy who wants to have a black guy bang his wife, another one going to a pornos with his mom. Jesus Christ, today's Democrats. What a bunch of dumbass.
Man, they are weird. And it's this radical left that is just sucking them so far the other way. And I don't think people that are in the Democrat Party that have been voting Democrat for a very long time, I don't think they recognize their party anymore.
And because they've been told that if you vote for a Republican, you're a racist.
Yeah.
Well, I can't be a racist. If somebody found out I vote Republican, they'll be calling me a racist forever. So I got to vote for the left-wing kook. That's what they do. They get shamed. I got to vote for left. That's how people they couldn't measure and poll Trump. You know, they call someone, and you know, I take the call, and they say, "Do you support Trump?" Well, I'm afraid they got my phone number. They'll find out I'm a Trump supporter. They might come down and throw a brick through my window. So I'm gonna say no, but I really do. Wink, wink. You know, put me down as a no, and that way they can sleep safe. You know, knowing that nobody will come throw a brick through their window in the middle of the night, or at the very least, call them a racist.
Yeah.
So, don't never believe any numbers when it comes to Trump. People will lie. He's got some closet supporters and some very, very open supporters like me and you.
Yeah. Well, that's all I've got for today's news. And JP, I'm going to hand it back over to you.
That's it? That's all? Well, damn. Sadly, boys and girls, and yes, I did just assume your gender. And I'm going to do it again next week and the week after. If you can please throw us a few bucks and a one-time donation through PayPal, please do so. That would be on paypal.me/TrumpFanNetwork. A few bucks here and there would be very sweet. If not, you could be join us on Patreon. It's patreon.com/TheRealTFN. Oh, I did get a new member that throws a buck. I want to say thank you. I don't know your name off the top of my head, but if my newest Patreon member, I want to say thank you. Appreciate it very much, and I mean that sincerely, not sarcastically. Today's show was a little different, and we wanted to try something a little different, and put in a different mood in light of the Mueller era being dead.
Yeah.
The Mueller. With the Mueller era now over, we wanted to try something a little different because he is now a thing of the past. Well, Jimmy, that's it. Episode 18 is over. It's history, just like Mueller. Anything you want to add before we split?
Oh, no. I'm just glad to be a part of this, and I appreciate all the fans and all the comments. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it.
Yeah. Yep, I mean, I do also. Well, we'll be back next week. Same Trump time, same Trump channel. This is JP and Jimmy B from the Trump Fan Network. If you can't be good, be bad, baby. Bye.